Urban Music. Believe in yourself.
A calm fall day when leaves hit the ground, frost on the grass, cold weather comes around. A pilgrimage to a place with fair price, layaway offered when ground turns to ice. Walmart calls for its semi-fresh veggies, underwear sold that only causes wedgies. The craving of Doritos creeped on us. We took a car, not thinking of a bus. And so we traveled a distance afar, sitting and talking while driving the car. The pilgrim first to be the one described, the one out of all that enjoys the ride. The snowboarder first, genuine fellow. Not one to talk, he was very mellow. On the first lift he sat, snowboard dangling, justly watching, bootlaces tangling. Still dazed from last night's gargantuan party, today's school calendar marked as tardy. He gracefully hops off the cold and chilly chairlift, not paying attention to the coming rift. He has a challenging math test tomorrow. He knows his grade on it will be quite low. He floats down the hill with surprising ease, carving sweeping turns and bending his knees. His mom reminds him to do all of his work, but all that's on his mind is going to New York. Still not seeing the large approaching rift, thinking about his upcoming birthday gift. The driver, next. Quite a very big man. Naturally Indian, no need to go tan. There he was, the brown-skinned lit fellow. Not too shy or shabby, kept it mellow. Never did he stop moving, he kept himself going. Learning from his peers about their belongings. Always sitting behind the wheel of the Lexus, as he kept his stakes as big as Texas. He kept the part the way he decided to. At least he was the first one before the crew. His favorite color was the color red, as he loved to watch the movie called Ted. He loses composure under pressure. Though he loves his car, it is his treasure. The life he lived was the one he expected. Never told a lie, even when he texted. The Wanderer is third, a man of taste, with a fantastic style, no time to waste. He is a man 5 foot 8 inches tall, who spends his free time playing basketball. He has a very light complexion and pitch black hair, with dark brown eyes and a look of despair. He never did things in an ordinary way, because he was never able to find the time of day. He wears a nice t-shirt and faded jeans, an accommodation to meet his means, working hard for anything he can own, from the shoes on his feet to his cell phone. He had tank tops and cargos and shoes galore, nothing you would find in a normal store. His life always a crazy roller coaster, nothing you would see on a childhood poster. Among the party, there was the waiter. Skillful in service, no one was greater. A taller fellow, average in frame. Of his social standing, he was ashamed. To carry an image and hold his head high, his car was red and his clothes were fine. Prone to anger and fits of rage, always protesting his minimum wage. As smart as a whip and quick on his feet, he could return any insult without missing a beat. Though fiery tempered, he was a generous host, always there for those who needed him most. His green eyes were covered with bright red veins. Every night his schoolwork would drive him insane. Finally, only the calf server left. Minimum wage, you could say it is theft. A semi-short man with an average build. He has short hair, and with his hands he is skilled. One not to worry too much about looks. Outside, a shirt and jeans is all it took. Kind with his words, not liking to upset. A reasonable man, no judge to get. He crafts burritos for snow sport athletes. Not very much, but some money at least. There's one thing that weakens him greatly. Procrastination, by waiting, mainly. If given the time, he waits the full week. To his study habits, he has to tweak. And so we decided to tell our tales. It must be manly because we are all males. The length of the tale cannot be too long. We should be able to hear the bird's song. The winner will be by everyone's vote. The winner will win the privilege to gloat. There needs to be a way of decision. The first to go must have a good vision. To determine who leads, we use our nose. The slowest one to touch will be who goes.
Purchase your beats today.
Hey, let's tell some tales. Cool. Yeah. Nose goes?
The tale begins with a hardworking man to ace any test this fellow can. Pen in his books, he never lifted up. Day and night, you'll find a wine in his cup. His eyes were red and his clothes were dirty. If he saw a girl, he was not flirty. He wore tattered jeans and a stained white shirt. His friends ignored him, though he wasn't hurt. Absorbed in his studies, he gave no care. To the outside world, he sat in his chair. And then one day, he heard knocks on his door. He slowly stood up and looked at the floor. Turning the knob, the door became ajar. He noticed his friend. His manners are hard. Inviting him in, his friend soon denied. He wasn't exactly there to be kind. His friend asked, "Why don't you ever turn up? All you do is read and sit like a pup." He responded, "Studies are important. To drink an ounce of alcohol I can." With a few harsh words that can't be mentioned, he dropped his books and went on detention. Cutting loose for the first time in his life, he had no worries and he had no way. He was drinking till drunk, feeling the best. He soon forgot that he had a big test. Procrastinating for another day, he quickly ran home with no time to lay. Cramming his work for a few short hours. Aced his test, he felt like he had powers.